Good day, everyone. Okay, so we do know that I'm not actually a too hardcore gamer, but I do my best. Okay, so we need to eat, you know. That's how we start and continue playing. So, I have here some instant noodles. Yeah, I don't. It's not an advertising, just something I took from the store. We take a small bowl. Hope that pronunciation is good. And we boil some water. Then we put this thing. But that because this is instant and the food is the hunger is pretty big. So we'll get to this. But after that, I put this there. I will start cooking something like every human being, or most of the human beings. Okay. Now I'm making two because me and my girl were hungry, so that's how it works. Limited space. Okay, now let's start the real food. I mean, we have that red pot, which has uh, 2 spoons of, well, in my case is lard, I mean grease, animal grease, which is healthier than the vegetable triple double refined oil. And then I will use fusilli, pasta, because I'm making pasta today. So I have 2 medium and small onions. Let's see if the size, okay, size can be seen very well. Okay, I have 4 sausages. We also have pasta, tomato paste, actually. Where is the camera? Okay, can be seen. And also, now this is not for this kind of food, but it works. We have bolognese pasta mixture, which will go very well. I mean, you need to improvise when you cook. And some other spices. One sec. Oh, in the pot you also need to put, well, not really, but some salt, like a tablespoon, that should do. boiling. Okay, I will use also Knorr cube for extra flavor. I know you put it in soup usually, but it works. But you won't have to use, if you use that sauce, bolognese sauce, or any other sauce that goes with the meat, I mean with pork meat, like the sausages are from. I also have 5 garlic clovers. Okay, so let's start the food chopping. Yeah, we start with this. Also, the cooked food is 10 times better than the refrigerated and then boiled in oil and all that crap. I mean, I do love fast food, but still, it's not healthy for you, me, or anyone else. I mean, just look around. It's really painful to see how many kids and even adults due to convenience or laziness, depends, they just go and eat fast food and then start getting so big and, well, unhealthy. That's not good, but they need to be taught about how to eat properly. And they all say they do not have time. Seriously, you don't have time. I mean, there are moms who cook for like 5 or 6 at least, and also has a job, and she can't do that. And you would like what? A job from 9 to 5 usually, or even more. You're lazy to wake up like what? 1 hour earlier and start cooking. That's not that hard. I mean, you don't need to be a chef to actually cook. You only need a recipe over the internet. There are thousands in pretty much any language. This is good. And well, if this video will be getting views, likes, maybe subscribers too, I will make some more simple recipes like this. I mean, maybe this is a little complex, maybe, but it's not that hard. Pretty much anyone can do it. And yes, I have small hands. I mean, I'm a midget, for fuck's sake. Well, a medium midget, by the way. I mean, I'm 140, so I'm not that small. The noodles, instant noodles are almost ready. What? I need to look on it because it has this skin, and I like to have zero skin on the clovers. I mean, you could also cut this, but I mean, it's not really necessary. Not because of laziness, but that's where the clover gets all its nutrients, so it should be good for you, huh? In this case for me, but for you as well. I mean, you those that like to cook and not go to, well, diverse fast food joints. I mean, you do take this hard that was keeping the clovers together down. I don't know how much this video will take because I don't want to edit it. It will be just raw, the entire experience and all that. So it might take a while, not sure how much. I mean, as a gamer or whatever, if you don't have time, you can go with instant noodle, but it's not pretty caloric satisfying for your body. I mean, it will keep you for what, like 2 hours if you're not too energetic. I mean, if you do not boost, use too much of your energy, so to speak. Because if you are more, I can't find the word. Mm, noodles are ready. This from noodles usually are smaller packages like this. Also come with the oil package like this, but this it's like vegetables. I think it gives the flavor to the noodles. But also that oil, I do not recommend to eat. It's pretty much unhealthy, so just don't do that. second. And now the noodles will have some time to absorb the water and get fat, so to speak. Okay, it seems that the water and a little bit of oil, if you use oil, has just started to boil, and now we need to put the fire. Okay, I put it off. That wasn't the idea, but let me open the fire again. Right at the fire. Needs to be very small so that the pasta absorb the water and do not stick on the floor, so to speak, on the end of the pot. Yeah, I know. I need to work on my English skills. Okay, now we add the pasta and we stir from time to time. Because even if you put the water on low, it might still stick to the bottom of the pan. And from this, will get quite big. After you put them, just stir a little bit in the pot. Okay. Okay. Noodles are pretty much. Let's see. Almost ready. So I take this to my beautiful lady, which is in the other room, which is also living and dorm room, so small place. This is how it looks when it's done, but not ready to be eaten because it is very hot. The other food, it's done. Okay. And we are back. Let's take some taste. Oh, you know why the chefs get fat? They taste their food if you go to a restaurant and they do not taste the food when they are making, that means they put zero love, so to speak, and passion in their food, which is not good. I mean, I know this is a gaming channel, but you need to eat, you know. Not everything is all about gaming. Let me get the garbage can. Put it here. But also, when you are chopping like onion and stuff that smell very bad, if you have some from, I mean, from bags, this kind or I don't know, any other kind, you can just put them there and seal them off. Because if you do not, then it might get very smelly. I mean, especially from onion. From garlic, well, you have a bad breath, but it has a lot of nutritional, not nutritional. I mean, yeah, nutritional too, but it will help you with your immunity. And who has low immunity, hopefully is not allergic to to garlic. It can be very beneficial. Not that much onion. I mean, I could use more, but both this and especially the garlic helps you with your immunity. It's pretty much very healthy and good for your body. And yeah, okay, battery on the laptop crashed, so to speak. Back to our food. It's still recording, which is where's the camera? Still good. Okay. I mean, if you do not like onion, you can cut it very small bits like this, and you won't even feel it in your soup, in your food actually, in whatever food you are making. I do hope it's still recording. That's what OBS is saying. Hopefully it does. Oh, and you need to cut your onion very fast without cutting your fingers, because if it's old, then the old one like this one was very new, picked up, I mean from the ground, it might sting and you will start crying. I mean, your eyes will cry. That's how onion reacts, but it's not this kind. It's the, how to explain, it's the peel that it is behind the layers. That's what makes you, or so I've read about, that creates that stingy feel, so to speak, which makes you your eyes cry. This is from the fridge, so yeah. Now it has condensed water on it. Pasta starts to look very good. Let's see if it's stuck on the bottom. No. Oh, nice. That's how it should be. That's how you need to boil pasta. Okay. So, what do we need now? Take care of the clovers. I mean, because we won't put this, I mean the onion and the clovers, on the same time, because this has this needs to stay for more than this, because when this is, well, cooked, so to speak, fried, this will, I mean, if you put them both, through the three stuffs, this will pretty much annihilate itself and you will eat charcoal, which is not good. So you will have to put this first, not too much oil or lard, animal fat, pork fat, because it has, as you can see, some fat in them, and will reduce a little bit in size, and will also eliminate that fat, I mean a part of it, in the entire sauce, because this will make for a sauce, make up for a sauce. Let's put this mouse here, and you need to put them this first when it's almost ready. Then you put the vegetables that do not need, I mean, especially if it's a little small like this, very small, you won't need to cook them too much, because it will just turn in charcoal, and I assume you do not want that. Okay, let me bring something for this to clean. Uno salvava destra, no, per full cook, no. Tasty, half baked and stuff like that. No, just full baked in home. Okay, I got some towels. Okay, this can stay there. Now I take care of the clovers. I mean, you could also put some few more vegetables and stuff like that, but I will use peas. My spelling is not too well, so I will just show to you people what I will be using. Using peas, but I pronounce it like pieces. Peas. Hope that it's okay. 2 of these. I mean, I will just put this one. Wait, let's see which one has bigger grams. Okay, 218, 218, and 265. Okay, so I will use this one, the big one. This is the big one. Has a little bit extra. I mean, this you also can cut them like this, you know, like this, and then chop like that and get very tiny bits. Also, for those that do not like garlic, for instance, in their food, to be chopped very small, or also you can press them. There are specific presses which you can pretty much make a paste from this. But for this sauce I'll just use them like this. Even like this you won't feel them. I mean, look how thin it is compared with the knife. Yeah, you might need some cooking to do in order to do them this thin. It's also good to eat garlic on the like when there is a flu around and craps like that, because it will boost your immune system, which will, I mean, for instance, were a few times when I was in high school, and if I remember correctly, I did it like this. Not all the time, but and all the colleagues and their girlfriends were having a flu, and I didn't even get sick. I mean, there are 3 colleagues and their girlfriends, which that makes a total of 6 people, and I didn't catch a cold. But I was doing pretty much at that time steamed shower. I mean, you stay in the cabin shower and just use only hot water. I mean, as hot as your skin can handle. And that also helps with the cold. I mean, any germs you might have on you will pretty much die off. And yes, that means you might need to get the water to, like, I don't know. Right now I'm using the water at 42 because my girl can't stand more than that, and I can. I mean, I just like hot water. Okay, this is ready. Let's take the water out of this. Look, little bees. These are pretty small. And you take off the water from them, which also contains a lot of salt. So you might also put some water in a bowl and just shake them well. Let's see how they taste. This is pre-cooked, so the sauce won't take too much. Oh, they are not salty at all. Germans really do know how to make their peas. It's pretty tasty. Okay. Okay. So we have this. No. Okay, let's taste the pasta to see if they are ready. Still hasn't stick to the bottom of it, which is cool. But as I told you, you need to. I mean, it's stuck a little bit. After I take them off, you'll be able to see how much it's stuck on it. The pasta pretty much got 5 times in size at least, or something like that. Looks like this right now. Where's the camera? So it got pretty much like 4 or 5 the amount it was. Oh wait, one fell on the ground. Let me pick it up. So in comparison, that was close. It's like 2-3 times, something like that. And while the sauce is prepared, this will stay in their own water in which it boiled. It will help because it will get fatter. And you know, it will grow a little bit bigger. Because they are ready, let's put them on the side. Good, perfect. And by the way, this is not a camera. Where is it? Here. It is a laptop camera, so I can't move it as I wish. Not so much steam in here. Okay, now let's see. I need something to put the this. Okay, don't want water at all because water and oil do not mix well. I mean, you can put oil in water, but boiled oil, but you can't do it the other way around. This. Now we put this. That was a good toss. Put that. As you can see, maybe no, it doesn't show. It's a very tiny flame on the stove. So now I can eat my noodles. Noodles are ready, you can eat them. Noodles are ready, you can eat them. Let's see. Not bad. Want some? I can also do this. But if you never did it, maybe don't do it. Might have food on the ground or on the ceiling, depends of your speed and force. Just wanted to flee. In most countries, if you do this, I mean that sound, it's on respect for that you are not proper raised and all the negative stuff. But I think in China or some Asian country, this is quite good. I mean, it shows the host that you love their food, and actually that's how in my opinion, food should be eaten. I mean, this kind. I mean, noodle soup. It's just very good. I mean, you can, but you like swallowing the freaking not spoon, the butter. Yeah, the spoon, and that's I don't know. Excuse me. No, that was good. Hmm? Ce pan mi robił? Hai fost tăiat. E funcțional? Cred că da. E bun atunci. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, let's prepare this mixture. Okay, you can put it in anything you want. Oh, add some water. It's enough. It's about 300 milliliters, something like that. Now it depends of the sauce you're using. This says pretty much where it is. 300 milliliters of water. Yeah, that's not how you open this, but it's okay. Take everything out. Pretty much every freaking thing. Okay. Stir very well until everything becomes a paste. Well, liquid paste. Damn, it smells divine. Okay, good. Now I will use some pepper. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too much, but the entire sauce it will. It will taste okay. Not this time. little bit of pinch of garlic dust. Okay, basilic. I mean, you can use whatever but let's see. I mean, it's for sauces. It has a very, very powerful smell, and you do not need to put too much. Again, just a pinch, like a tip of a spoon. And parsley. Yes, you can put quite a lot. I mean, don't. But like two compared with the basilic, you can put 2 times the basilic. These are more for taste. These are quite nice. Okay, 1 second. Now we want these two. Burn. Okay, so this is how it looks when they are pretty much done. Now you add the other ingredients. Oh, we'll just do this. Onion needs to get semi-translucent at this point. After you, that's when you know it is okay. And I have not used any of the fat that I'm cooking in. I mean, I cook in with one second. This kind. Okay. Let's clean this of the onion smell. Try to search on the bottom of it for any sediments. I mean, stuff that didn't diluted the water. Okay. Now we will put. I mean, for this, maybe half of it. It's way too wet. Okay, now it can be worked better. don't do it as I do it, because you might cut yourself. Take a scissor. It's a lot better. Or with one, you pinch with one, and just with this one you cut. That's how you do it properly. Okay, now I need to check to see if it is good. Okay, okay, put about half of it. Now you still some more. I mean, I could just put this over the onions and the sausage. See, it got translucent. Yeah, like 70% out of 100%, something like that. But you do not need to let them too much, because again, might just mess up the food and you need to start over, because it will have a way too smoky taste and smell, which you do not want. My laptop got a little bit dirty, but it's okay. And you have let's see how much this is, a liter or something like that, maybe 60-70 milliliters. Okay, we also need to add this, but this will add on the pan. If you like gardening and such, this kind of stuff you can use to cultivate stuffs. I mean, why buy stuff when you can just use what you have? But since I'm not, I have to throw them away. Which sucks, but what can you do? Okay. I will use also this, but let's see how the taste. Okay, but still, we'll add one of these. This is a bit harder to. I need to make sure that will give a lots of flavor to the food. And again, if you guys and ladies, because normally there are more ladies who cook, my lady doesn't. I'm the cook in the house. But I do not mind, because it's pretty relaxing for those that like to do it. Because there are also those that do not like to cook, and for them it's a bothersome, which is but they like fast food, or someone else cooks for them. So with each their own. how this beautiful food looks like. And it smells divine. Even without all this extra sauce. So we will now add the sauce. Yeah. There, it smells divine. So now we pack everything up. Also, when you're packing tomato paste or anything like it needs to be as sealed up as possible, because if air constantly flows in, it will develop, especially if you do not use it like in few good days, it will develop mold flowers. That's not healthy. I mean, I know the penicillin was pretty much from mold made, but not this kind. No, no, no. So do not eat that kind of mold. I mean, this kind of mold. You can just put it in like between two big jars and stuff like that to seal it in like this. This I won't be using because the sauce is a lot, enough. Now to seal it like this, and you pretty much won't have a problem. Or you can use let's see where I have that this kind, but bigger, a lot bigger and stronger. Or few of these, and you just wrap them like this. Ah, well, this is the other one is like a box. This one is cylindrical and won't stuck to it too well. Oh, look, I have these kinds. But in some areas there are kinds that are a lot like this, are thicker, which has a lot more stronger elasticity. Okay, now this we need to get to a boil, and for like 5 minutes, considering the sausage, yeah, pants falling off. The sausages are done, and the peas are pre-cooked, so we'll see how the lady will appreciate the food. Yeah, don't forget to clean after you cook. Don't I mean, if you're still with your mom, parents, because dads cook too, some of them, it's good to clean after yourself, you know. Don't just expect your mom or dad to come or sister or brother to come and clean after you. I mean, it's disrespectful, you know. And if you do that at home, you might do that pretty much in anyone's home. You need to clean after yourself, you know. That's the bottom line. Okay. Got this a little bit gritty. Okay, let's put the fire a little bit higher so that it starts to boil faster. Oh, yes. We need to rinse the. Yeah, another crash course. Yeah, let's put this. Okay. Okay, let's put this here. One sec. I need to bring something to rinse.
Halo, salut! Ce faci, mă? Vreau cu bucătăria. Da.
Da, scuze. Bună ziua! Fac paste boloneze cu, cum se zice, cu cârnața frumoasă și mazăre. Da, mă duc în bucătărie. Aia e bine. Okay, so now when you rinse, I mean you don't want, I mean if your sink is not too clean, I mean if you have dishes like some that I put here, you can just do this. I mean if you have a big pot like that and it's not you can't handle it with one. Yeah, let me see my face. You can put this like this and then just put the pasta, whichever might be. One sec, to stir a little bit. It's just oh my god. Okay, let's put this here. Okay, let's see. This got pretty big. Now they are like 5 times at least. Look. Like this. Compare with the little, very little one. And it's not good to put it like this because you might splash yourself. So we just use it like this. I mean, if you have towel in case it's too hot. But after, if you let them a little bit, in the water they boiled, it will get a little bit bigger, will get more water. One sec. Didn't stick too much, just very little bit, which is good. Okay. Now, after this part, there's no need for rinsing. Okay, I have two more here. Nothing is to be wasted. Okay, this is pretty much done. And now you can do something like this, you know, a bit bigger. Put 2 or 3 of these, and then one of these on top of it, and then you can put some cheese on top of it. Put something like, one second. Where it is. Oh, there it is. I mean, cheese like this, for instance, you just use the not very small. This is for lemons, so not that one. But this is perfect. Just make sheets like this with this, which will be amazing. Or you can use Parmesan, which is good. Hope that is in English. Okay. Yeah, this is the thing that I use. Do you want a bowl of food? Or that's enough? Yeah, sorry. That's how it was. Okay. Here we have pastas. I mean, if you do not want to use too many pots, so to speak, you can just do this method. This is the sauce. Let's see. Okay. Goodness. And just stick it on top of the pasta. Wanted to make sure it's not too hot prior to put it on the plastic things in the sink. this is how it looks with everything in. Okay, let's get a few and have a taste. Oh, it smells quite delish. Okay, not using this anymore. Use this. Okay. And this guys, oh, I used 500 grams of fusilli or any other pasta. It works with any. Bon appetit. You can put some, I mean, if you like, you can put it with, I don't know, pickles. It will be perfect. This. Okay, let's see. Wow. Quite good. Mm-hmm.